to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for February 1st. I know everybody says the same thing, that every year you get older, it just happens faster, but I sure as heck can't believe that it is already February. I feel like I've blinked and January is gone. And maybe that's why things have been so, it's time to make the donuts. Not a ton to talk about today. Jeannie's got the first Hoffman Dream Panel class, but she will be joining us briefly here this morning. If anybody missed it, we did the live stream last night, which I ended up changing. Get the Real Lowdown, I think, is what we changed it to. Get the Real Lowdown on the Brother Skitch. Jeannie and I kind of listened to that again last night. And quite frankly, I think there is a ton of good information about the Skitch in there. We kind of did a little bit of a more discussion format about what it is, who it's for, who it may not be for, etc. It's an impressive little machine and at a price point that I think is phenomenal for a machine like that. So if you have not seen that, definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. And, it's funny because while I think a lot about it, I find it amazing that I devote time in my life to thinking about the sewing and
I do that all the time.
World. I know you do. But I feel like that's much more like part and parcel. And, for me...
You know what's so funny? I don't think we, knew who we were when we first, you didn't know me that I, crafted or sewed or, did any of that.
No, you were totally pretending to like climbing and hiking and sweaty endeavors. And
I just like... I wasn't pretending that.
All pretend. She's I got him now.
That is
and then
not true.
It all changed.
That is not true. I just liked spending time with you no matter what we were doing. I'm so So you didn't do any, when we first met, you didn't do any of the stuff you like to do now. You talked about it.
What are you talking about?
You weren't skiing or doing any of that stuff.
Oh my God. I was outside every waking moment that was possible.
No.
Or partying.
We were partying. That's what we had in common.
We like to party, and when we party hard. It was fun.
Kidding.
It was fun. But
okay.
No, I was
I need to talk because I gotta
constantly doing stuff.
I gotta go. Okay, number one, I didn't layer my panel until this morning because I'm always flying by the seat of my pants and getting done what I have to get done when I have to get it done. I'm a last minute Lucy. I really am. This morning, it was like, have you ever put something together and you're like, it's like magic? I was like, is it possible that I could have fabric in my stash that would look so amazing with my panel? So if you're doing the class today, you should have your panel. Look at, and then I put my design here because I knew I would lose it. I was like, I'm going to put it around my neck. I don't know. I felt like I was in a movie and this was I was Frodo with the ring. This is the ring that's going to save the world. It's right here. So, layered, you should be, look at I'm doing Tidewater, and look at my back. Is that just gorgeous? It's unbelievable.
I don't know how you do it.
I didn't do it. It was just magic in my stash. So batting a little bit bigger than your panel, and you should be ready to go. You design on your USB, and I want you to have, and if you didn't do this, I didn't tell you to cut it out, but cut it out. This is 52. So you need 52, and if you don't have 52 printed, don't worry about it. It's just, this is the hardest one to place. This one's the hardest one to place. So if you want to print it out, you can print it out.
Alice.
It was beautiful.
Was the first one to mention the digital dealer designs.
Okay, let's talk about that in just a second. And then I wanted you to print this out too. And this way you can keep organized in your mind and on the layout. So these two things, that's what you want. Okay, let's talk about digital dealer. If you are a la carte, meaning you are not in the club, your design should be ready to go. If you're in the club, it's sitting there right now in my car. I just talked to my Kimberbell rep, and she had to send it to IT again because for some reason it's I assigned everyone. I did everything I needed to do. I paid for them. Your names are all there, and it is not pushing it through to your accounts. So they're sending it to IT. I know I said we're doing our stitch out tomorrow. So they all need their design. Can I just send it to them? And she said, just hang tight. She's going to talk to IT, and then they're going to get back to me. So if it's not dealt with by the end of the day, I will just be sending it to you, but you'll get it. So yes, Miss Alice. Someday they'll figure it all out. I don't know what is going. They've been struggling with their website and with IT.
Little bit of a mess.
Yeah, so you'll get it. I know you need it for tomorrow, and at the very least, I'll send it to you this evening. So I'm gonna go. I just wanted to show you one thing. I'll see you in the panel class, and then I'm gonna stitch this. This is gonna be stitched out in like the sew along. This is my instructor kit. But this is Quilting Through the Seasons. And what I love about it is, here's all my embellishments and everything. The fabrics, they're just like so gorgeous. I love these colors. I know it's hard to see because there's like a bag here, but it just reminds me, remember I was telling you I was watching The Gilded Age? Something about it is just like so rich and decadent to me, and it is just beautiful. And the kit, fabric backing, binding, it's a ladder quilt, and then there's embellishments on the front that you change out. So that is what it's going to look like. It's a ladder quilt, and you're going to change out the little embellishments so that it will be season appropriate. So this is on the site. I think the fabric kit's 15% off, and everything else is 20% off. And I think this is a February project. And I'm going to keep stitching everything else too. So I think that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm on top of it. I know that you're waiting for your pot of gold. Say it. Pot of gold. Say it. No. Yeah. All right.
I don't do a good Irish accent.
And the back goes. The back was perfect. I was like, this is magic. Okay. I'll see some of you in class. Have a great day. Be creative and make something incredible. And I'll see the rest of you. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I was thinking that today was Friday. Bye.
So Cheryl had said something about not understanding how to get her designs into Artspira. That was part of the Artspira class. So if you took the Artspira class, go back and rewatch. If you haven't taken the Artspira class, it's worth doing. And so, like I said, Jeannie and I actually were kind of re-listening to and just kind of rewatching the Skitch video last night. It's funny because when we do that stuff, there's no script. And so sometimes I rewatch to go, what did we talk about? Or like, is there anything that we missed? Is there anything that we should have talked about? And it really wasn't so much like as a true demo of the Skitch. more discussion around what the sketch was. And quite frankly, after we watched it the second time, Jeannie and I went, that was great. Like, that really, I think, should help people understand what the sketch is, etc. There are, because the controller for the sketch is Artspira, and there are a lot of questions around Artspira. The reality is you just need to devote the time and attention to learning Artspira. And as I was talking about last night, I think you are going to find Artspira to be a bigger and bigger piece of what is happening in the Brother universe. And I mean, it's funny, just as a future looking person, it may be probably the most exciting thing to me that's going on, because I have a feeling we're going to start to see some really kind of big technical advances in Artspira. And that is where I think Brother's going to be devoting a lot of their time and attention. Class-wise, there had been requests for another session of the multi-needle mastery applique class. So there is another session added. It's on the website. It's on the calendar for Thursday, the 22nd, between 10:30 and 1:30. That's the 22nd of February. Does that make sense? Is it Thursday, the 22nd of February?
It is.
I don't understand how Wednesday is the 28th and Thursday is the 22nd. That math doesn't seem right to me.
Well, let me look again, but it is on the calendar for Thursday the 22nd, and then Wednesday the 28th is a class 2. So yeah, February. Thursday, February.
I guess that math does add up. In my head, I was like, how does that add up? Yeah, I guess so. My brain isn't at 100% this morning. So yes, it will be Thursday the 22nd and Wednesday, February 28th. That
already full. That's why we added the other.
Okay, so Wednesday, February 28th is already full. So that new session is added for Thursday the 22nd. It has been busy in the store. So yesterday the guys had a big push to get some vacuums through the lineup, and quite frankly, my ready area is almost full. Like, one of the things I'm going to suggest that the guys do today is take a half an hour to run through calling folks again. And then it has been very busy on the sewing side. Dax made the comment yesterday that we moved machines. For those of you who know the layout of the store, I've got a rack, 4 racks high, in the back right by the guys, which is where we move the lineup in order. And then I've got a rack out front, which is where we move the machines to the back rack. And so they moved on Friday everything from the front store rack to the back store rack. I filled the front store rack on Saturday. And so Dax arrived yesterday and immediately made the comment, this is bad. Like, we Saturday happened was literally what Dax said. I will hope that we are closer to 2 weeks than 3 weeks, but I will actually say that I think right now we may be pushing 3 weeks out on service. A lot of times we can have a big push from the guys and we get through that and we stay, between a week and 2 weeks. But right now there is a significant amount of machines here. I feel like what's just happened is everyone who kept their machines through the holidays have now shown up for their post-holiday service. And a lot of people are coming in, that winter vacation time. They're like, I'm leaving you my machine. I'm going to be in Mexico for 2 weeks. You've got the time. So we are really busy in service. And if you come in and drop your machine at this point, I'm going to tell you probably we're looking at roughly 3 weeks out on service. I don't think there's anything else I have to talk about today. I'm sure we'll have a very exciting giveaway tomorrow. Pot of Gold is tomorrow. I know somebody mentioned earlier that they were Digital Dealer Club and they didn't get their designs. We're working on that with Kimberbell. We'll get that straightened out prior to the event tomorrow. And I will reach out and see you guys tomorrow. Hope all's well. Have a great day. Make something awesome. And if you missed it, it's worth watching the Skitch video from last night. It was a great intro to the machine. There's a lot of information out there, and I think we kind of ironed a lot of that out with, what the machine is, who it's for, who it's not for, etc. And we will see you ladies tomorrow.